you, Tina and Sara here.
Hashtag Fearless Queens.
On a mission to help create a happier, healthier world, one podcast at a time. And I am so excited about this one because this has been insurmountable in creating a really healthy morning routine to, in turn, have the best day possible. This one is called Morning Routine.
Yes. Owning your morning, then owning your day, and then essentially owning your week, your month, your life.
Absolutely. So excited. So a couple things I want to just touch on is two books that have been really super helpful. We're going to share a lot of the details of the book, so I also want to give them props. But two books that have been really helpful for me is Miracle Morning, very powerful, strategic steps on how to do this if you have an hour in the morning, if you have 7 minutes in the morning. So that one I really, really like. And then we're going to touch a little bit on the greatest salesman in the world.
Yes. So today's episode is going to be a teaching mechanism. We're just going to share our own morning routines. Take what you want, leave what you don't. This is just hopefully a motivation to inspire you to, if you don't have one already, start a morning routine.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sara, what is one thing in your morning routine? We'll go through and break down our morning routines, but what is one thing in your morning routine that is just you notice the shift that it's done for you?
If I don't do my morning routine, my day is chaotic the rest of the day. Like I don't feel grounded. I feel rushed my entire day.
Why do you think that is?
Because I didn't start my day with the one and only God. That for me, that's exactly what it is. I didn't give my first part of the day to God. And if I don't give the first part of my day in the quiet to God, then it doesn't set me up for success. It really doesn't. I can tell the difference now that I've been doing a morning routine consistently for a while now, the difference when I do and when I don't.
Well, and how are you supposed to have a relationship with him if you don't communicate with him? Right? So it's kind of like when you wake up in the morning, it's going to set the stage for the entire day.
Absolutely. So let's break down your morning routine and then we'll do mine. So Tina, you wake up, your alarm goes off. Let's go over like what time, what you do. Just walk me through your morning.
Well, one thing I want to say is my morning routine has shifted, changed, evolved so much in the past 3 years. I read this book 3 years ago. So when I first started it, I was super strict on it for 30 days because I had no routine and I had nothing. I didn't even know that a morning routine was important, to be totally honest. So what it is now compared to what it was when I first started is incredibly different. Now it's almost like it just kind of naturally flows. So I set an alarm just so that I don't sleep until whatever time, but I really wake up before my alarm goes off because my brain has been trained to wake up at a certain time. I mean, at least by 6, sometimes by 5. And what I've learned is that the second your alarm goes off, the second your eyes open, even if you're like, oh my gosh, it's 3 a.m, I don't want to be awake right now, don't think that thought because you're going to automatically put anxious thoughts into your mind. So whatever time you set your alarm for or you wake up, the first thing I say, because for the majority of my life, I woke up with anxiety. I don't, for the most part, anymore. And if I do, then I go back to a couple either Bible verses or what I've recently been saying the second I wake up. So I don't even give thoughts an opportunity to enter my mind until I say, I believe 3 times. I believe, I believe, I believe. And I can feel myself fill with things that I believe that I'll work through the rest of my routine, but that's created in me this opportunity to believe. Like, what do I want to believe? What am I choosing to believe? What am I telling myself I believe? So, and everyone believes essentially differently, whatever that looks like. So that is the first thing I say when I wake up so that my first thoughts upon my eyes opening are positive. So that's number 1, what I do.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. It's amazing. It's really helpful because coming from someone who struggled with stress, anxiety, fear, worry, depression, all the things, like I didn't realize there was another way, and I didn't realize how important your first initial thought was in the morning. So the first thing I do when I wake up is I think a peaceful thought. I wake up, I do my best to feel peaceful in the morning and joy. Like, think about it like this. Not everyone wakes up in the morning. So when people say, oh, I should wake up and be grateful that I woke up, like that right there is pretty powerful. Just wake up and think peaceful thoughts, stretch, smile, calm, serene moment. Like use those first, 5 minutes of just like loving yourself and filling yourself with joy. So that's what I do like initially. And then I will do my YouVersion Bible app, which is basically they go through a Bible verse and then they talk about it a little bit, and then they attach kind of a story you can read so that you can understand what that Bible verse actually means. And then they go to, a prayer. So then I say the prayer out loud. And then that's it. So that's I guess you could say your daily affirmations. That would be my daily like affirmation prayer. And again, that's another thing. It sets yourself up to look for opportunities, to look for the good, to find the good in the world, to find the good in your day. And then the third thing, which would be I have my vision board that I've created. It's actually I have it like tied on my bed.
Yeah, you do.
Because I have like the 4 posts, and so I have it tied on my bed. And so when I literally lift up, I see all these pictures of the visions that I created or I'm going to create for myself. And so I just sit there and I kind of like look at it, and I'm like, I wonder what that would feel like. I wonder what that would look like. I wonder what that experience would be like. I kind of put myself in this visionary experience for a little bit. So that I feel like is more powerful than we realize, because there are things that I've looked at on my other boards and I'm like, oh, I went there. Oh, I did that. Like, wow, that's wild. If you look at something, it's going in your eyes, into your heart, into your mind, into your field. And sometimes you don't even realize what you're creating. It's crazy. And then fourth thing would be gratitude. What are you grateful for? What happened in your life that's so exciting? Or maybe it's not super exciting. Maybe you're just grateful for your cup of coffee. I don't know. Maybe you're grateful because you got to, walk outside in the sunlight. Anything. You can be grateful for anything. If we're not grateful for things, how are we going to be open to see more grateful, beautiful things in the world? So that would be number 4. And number 5, I read few pages of a book where I take something that I can use throughout the day. So pick a book, something that's self-help or entrepreneurial, and utilize it. Like take one thing that you've learned and use it throughout the day. So right now, the book I'm reading is The Greatest Salesman in the World. And it's funny because I'm on the chapter of habits. And so it's ironic, or is it, that we're talking about this right now, but highly, highly recommend. It's basically you read a chapter, they call it a scroll, for 30 days. And it becomes a part of you. It becomes ingrained in your body, mind, soul, all the things. So that is really awesome. I do that every morning when I wake up. And then 6 and final, I wake up, I stand up, I stretch my body, I move it. I might do some push-ups, I might do some squats. It sounds kind of funny, but like it gets you moving. It gets your heart rate up. It gets you going. And if you're one who is a snoozer, meaning you like to press the snooze, what I would do is take a glass of water and put it across the room, and immediately when your alarm goes off, drink the water, like a couple sips of it. Because you're so used to pressing snooze that you're like, oh, it's gonna be nice to lay here for just a little longer. But if you like in your brain, before you go to bed at night, before you close your eyes, say, I'm gonna wake up and walk across that room the second my alarm goes off and drink that water. You're literally putting that into your brain before you go to sleep, and God will work with you while you sleep to remind you. When that alarm goes off, your initial might be like, ooh, I'm gonna press snooze. No, I gotta get up and drink my water.
Yeah, you're creating a different habit.
Yeah, so that's pretty That's a pretty basic way to do it, but it's changed my life for sure.
Thanks for sharing. So how long do you think that takes you?
So you could spend, it really depends on how much time you have. I truly believe it should be at least 30 minutes before the kids get up, before your husband, boyfriend, whatever, before your whoever gets up, your dog even, like 30 minutes. But I also know that a lot of people like to sleep. And so maybe you don't want to wake up 30 minutes before everybody else. Maybe you didn't get to bed at a good time. Maybe you were scrolling social media too much. So you could do this in 7 minutes, essentially. You could spend 1 minute on each of those things. But for me personally, I like it to be about 30 minutes, sometimes longer, depending on if I'm, really into scripture, I'm really into gratitude, or I'm really feeling the vision board.
Gotcha. I loved how you said it kind of starts with your night. I love that because for me, setting myself up for a good morning starts with my evening, starts with my night. I kind of have a night routine that then turns into my morning routine. So setting yourself up that way, I think, is awesome. So thanks for sharing.
Absolutely, for sure. Hey guys, Tina here. I am super excited to share something with you that has been incredibly beneficial to my day. It has helped with so many things for my mood, my energy, my sleep, my skin, my focus, all the things, and it's super clean, which is very, very important to me. If you want more information, I would love to share it with you. Send me a message on my Instagram. My handle is Tina M. Kafka, or there is a link in my bio. I'm super excited. I want to hear from you. I want to build a relationship and help you to create the best life that you want, meant for you. Bye, guys.
All right.
What about you?
So for me, I would say it starts for me at night, like for sure, like what I was just saying. So at nighttime, usually for me, I'm just getting done with yoga, and then I take a shower, and then I will read whatever book I am involved in at the same time. Right now, I'm in the same book that Tina's in, called The Greatest Salesman in the World.
Let me stop you for a minute, just because I know what yoga has done for you. So can you just real quickly share why you do yoga before you go to bed? What does that do for you?
Yoga has taught me so much, but the reason why I do it so much and consistently is because it's taught me how to be still. It's taught me how to be present. It has taught me that if I can breathe, sit in a pose, and do that on my mat, I can sit there and show up and do it differently in my life. It has taught me so many skills. It's more than just an exercise. It is more than just sitting there quietly in my own space. It's just essentially like body, mind, and soul all coming together for one greater purpose, and that's, for me, healing. It's so being still, being quiet, and knowing that I can do hard things because it's not going to last forever. If I can sit there and breathe through it, I can go out into the world and breathe through whatever comes my way.
That's good. Thank you.
Thanks for asking. That was a great question. Because I know sometimes people have a stigma on yoga, especially if you are a part of, a faith or whatnot. Like, I'm wholeheartedly a Christian, but what does that mean, right? Like, for me, I despise the word religion, and I think of it as a relationship with God. I am so vertically aligned that other people's beliefs, I know what I believe in. I know what I do for me and who I pray to and who I worship during those times. What everybody else is doing, that's their own journey. But for me, that's what I'm doing in yoga.
A relationship with God is very personal and very private. So for anyone to tell you that you should or shouldn't do something is just not in alignment with what the creator of the entire world would want. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking such good questions. So I'll usually come home from yoga, like I mentioned. I have 2 dogs, so I got to let them out, let them use the potty, take care of myself. I get a shower, eat something, and then I'm reading my book. Just some wind down time before I have to go to bed. I like to have some me time. And then I always, even like, this started probably like less than a month ago, guys. Like, I was still hitting snooze probably like 6-7 times and then waking up. And then I would feel rushed. And then I would be like, oh my gosh, I have all these things to do. And I didn't do anything that I really wanted to do. I just felt rushed. Everything that I was doing all day long because I didn't give myself the 15, 20 minutes I could have because I chose to sleep instead. And I love sleep. Don't get me wrong. I'm all here for naps and all the things. But waking up as soon as my alarm goes off has been such a dramatic shift for me for the better. Absolutely. It's like Tina was talking about The Greatest of Salesman. I am also reading that book as well. And one of the first scrolls that you are reading talks about, waking up with a vigor and just like getting up and at 'em. Because I've read that so many times now, my subconscious, the brain that never sleeps while you're sleeping, in my mind, that's God, the Holy Spirit. It starts to take over. Your subconscious mind takes over, and then it just like literally pushes me out of bed now. And this is literally less than a month that in real time. So if you're hearing this and it's just now coming out, for me, it's been less than a month. And I've had plenty of morning routines throughout this year and a half when I started an entrepreneurial journey. Because I had read and other mentors were telling me how important a morning routine is. So mine has changed quite a bit throughout the year as well. But now I wake up as soon as my alarm goes off, which is depending on what I have to do that day, between 5 and 6, like Tina mentioned as well. And then I wash my face. That is what I do because I heard and know now how important it is to wake up, get out of bed, cold water in your face, brush your teeth. Like I'm already up and at 'em. And then because I'm a neat freak, I like start doing the dishes and I start doing the laundry, just get like my ducks in a row. And then I come back into my bed actually. And I have 2 dogs that I go back and I cuddle and I have like a cup of tea and I start getting into the Word. And I have 2 books that are devotional books and I will sit there and read one and I'm like, okay, this is like what God has for me today. And I just open the book and it has a few, like a verse and it has a description. And that's what I soak into my soul and my mind immediately. And then I have another one that I do the exact same with. And then they have a prayer or a declaration at the end. And I say that out loud. So one could be like, I love me and I have the right to be here. That's an affirmation you can say. That's a mantra. That is something that is a positive thought that you're speaking out loud and embedding into your brain before any other noise gets into your realm of that day. And then I will open the book that I'm into that day and read a chapter. I just finished a journal that had like prompts for me to go over and like questions that I would ask myself. So, because I truly believe that if you get your emotions and your feelings out on paper, you're not holding them within. They have a light, they're shed, and they're an actual physical thing you are looking at now. And that has helped me as well. So I do journal a bit in the morning. And then sometimes I will do a meditation. Rachel Hollis has an amazing podcast out. It's her episode 300. It's 10 minutes long, and it's just her going over a meditation, like inhale, exhale.
I do that sometimes with the Calm app that I have.
Yeah.
There's a multitude of ways out there to just calm your mind.
Absolutely. So that is what I do, and then I, start my day. Get up. I'll throw on my headphones, and that's like my time while I'm getting ready. I'm either listening to music, and I'm very particular of the kind of music I listen to now because everything has a message. Whatever you're feeding your mind has a story. Subconsciously, it's being fed into you. So what you hear is very vital. That's why I have such issues listening to the radio and like all the nonsense of music going out. That's a whole different thing.
Well, no, actually, it's funny you say that because I was going to say, and I lost the thought, but you brought it back. I have a noticeable difference in my body, my mind, my day. Noticeable if I stay away from my phone for the first 30 minutes or if I go on my phone at any point in the first 30 minutes. Like I've even gone so far as to put it on focus mode, which just silences everything. And I just go into my Bible app and I read my YouVersion Bible app and then I just put my phone upside down. And the days when I we're humans. That happens. And the days when I see a message pop through and know someone needs something and want to help them. And I go in and then I get sidetracked because I'm, the ADD kicks in. those days, those mornings, I feel the anxiousness. So that's one thing I would definitely focus on is don't be on your phone for those first 30 minutes. Do not give that like electronic waves into your field. Stillness, peace, joy, love, stretching, yoga, meditation, like calming things, not things that create anxiety.
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing that, because for me, yeah, absolutely not. Like, as soon as my phone goes off on my alarm, it stays there. I use it for a flashlight because I don't turn my like full blown like big old light on, but I'm never on it. I really like to not be on it until I start my podcast or listen to music. And it's still, I haven't answered anybody's email. I haven't answered anybody's text because I'm still in the zone of this is my time. Before I go out into the world, before I look at my phone, like this is my sacred space to take care of number one.
And that's what I was going to say. Be so protective about this first 7 to 30 minutes of your day. Like this should be your most protective time of the day, because if you're not filling your cup up in the morning, if your cup isn't being filled with peaceful thoughts, affirmations, visions, like gratitude, self-help, moving your body, then there is absolutely no way you will be able to give anything to anybody else because you're not even filling your own cup up.
There's 24 hours in the day. Everybody has the same amount of time. You are worth 1 hour of that time. If you have children, if you have a spouse, if you have animals, these are all other like outlets that you have to provide for other people. But give yourself 1 hour. That means, yes, waking up an hour earlier or 2 hours before anybody else is awake. Like, give yourself that time to just be with you because you deserve it. You deserve it.
I remember when I first started doing this and my son was like obsessive with waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning. I was like, so I'd get this morning routine and I'd be like, all right, I'm going for it and I'm doing it. And he was, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 at the time. And I was like so excited, and I'd be doing my gratitude or doing my, prayer, and he'd come trucking down the hallway and I'm like, And all of a sudden, I was like, okay, this is an opportunity. And I'd look at him and I'd say, hey, bud, this is my time. It's going to take me about 20 minutes. So find a book, do something in your room, play for a little bit, and then I'll come in and cuddle with you. Or then I'll come in and do whatever we do in the morning. So I get what it's like when you're, I love my child, but sometimes he messes things up for a little bit. And so just know that like this is an opportunity also to show them what
self-care is.
What personal, private self-care, self-love is. You're showing them by your actions, not by what you say. I promise you, without a shadow of a doubt. And now finally, granted, he's now like 12, but now he doesn't even bother me. Like when I wake up in the morning, he'll let me do my thing, and then I'll come out and be like, hey, why didn't you bother me? He's like, I was just letting you have your morning routine. So it's not going to be perfect day one. And everybody's routine, like how different is Sara and I's routine? If you think about it, it's different, but it's very similar. So create your own morning routine. Have fun with it. And it's going to change. It's going to change if you're on a trip. It's going to change if you're with family for the holidays.
But be consistent, because you deserve that part of your day, no matter where you are, no matter who you're with, no matter what you're doing. And I love that Tina talked about her son, because I don't have children and I don't have a partner, but I have 2 dogs that like to wake up and go to the bathroom at the crack of dawn. So I like to wake up before they are like, come on, Mom, I have to go pee. Let's go out in the freezing cold, because we're in Northwest Indiana now and it's freaking chilly. And so I like to wake up before they're like gung-ho, like ready to go out the door. Like I purposely set an alarm early enough for me to be able to have time before anybody else is starting to even awaken in the house.
Mm-hmm. That right there is the most important thing you can do. If you are someone who has struggled with anxiety or worry or fear, or I don't have enough time, or I'm not going to get enough done, or whatever it is, I promise you, if you give yourself quiet time, I don't know how to explain this other than you trying it for yourself. If you give yourself quiet, peaceful time in prayer and gratitude, you will have more time in your day.
Absolutely. I love striking up a good conversation with someone about their clothing style. That's why Versed is so unique. Their clothing and lifestyle brand sparks up conversations that shed light to our community wherever you are by being the salt and light. Get 15% off with our coupon, capital Fearless Queens. Again, that is capital Fearless Queens. Head to the link in our show notes or on the socials to get your Versed apparel today. I also, right now it's cold outside the time that we're recording this, but I still make an effort to go outside daily and get some fresh air, some sunlight, no matter what, because my body now craves it. After 75 hard, we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but that was such a consistency for me to be like outside for 45 minutes a day being active, that now it's just embedded into my brain that like with my dogs, we go on a walk, we play fetch. Like I'm outside for a good 10, 15 at least minutes a day in the morning before my whole entire day starts, that I get what I need from nature. Mm-hmm. Like it helps me be grounded throughout my day.
I could be a lot better at that. For sure. Like I would just stay in the house all day if it were up to me sometimes, but that's me. Again, why everyone is so different. And so I would love if you guys would maybe, if something intrigues you, if you're interested, if you want a better morning routine, if you want your anxiousness to go down a little bit, please let us know that you listen to this by tagging us in your story on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll share
your morning routine with us. Yes. If you already have one. I mean, ours are so diverse, but yet similar because we're reading the same book and we have similar background of what we're doing and where we're going. But for somebody who, has 4 children and a marriage, like let me know what your morning routine is, because you're going to help somebody else that maybe we're not able to address at the moment, just based upon what we are going through in life right now.
And I have a girlfriend, it just made me think of that. I have a girlfriend who married, 2 kids, realtor, and she also has her own like network marketing business. And she is very, very specific about her morning routine. And she told me some of her stuff she does. And I was like, dang, you're good. And you have 2 kids. Like it was really cool. So find an accountability partner if that's what would help you, but keep your thing, meaning like you keep it personal to you and be like loving to yourself. Just utilize this other person or him as an accountability partner. Have it be your significant other. Try it not together, but do it together, if that makes sense. Like how we did on our 12-hour walk. Like
yes.
We did the walk together, but
alone.
Yes.
Like we were doing the exact same thing.
Simultaneously?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. But anyways, accountability partner would be really helpful if you are someone who has a hard time getting up.
Yes, like if your main goal is to hit the gym before your day starts so you don't have to bother with the 5 o'clock crowd at night, because that's when everybody and their brother goes. I've been there, done that. My morning routine when I first started used to just be wake up, go to the gym. I was up out of bed, I was moving my body and active, and at the time in my life, that was what I needed and where I was at, and the only part that I knew. Now that I've evolved and I'm very much more spiritual in my walk and in my faith, I've added other things onto this, and I'm such a reader nowadays that I enjoy learning, and I enjoy like having that. For me, I'm grateful that I have like 30 minutes to an hour to spend on myself in the morning. That's my time to like read the books and how much I can get done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I slept for another 15, 20 minutes, I just lost the 15, 20 minutes that I could have learned in my book, because that's just, you're always giving and taking. You're always
filling up, pouring out.
Yes.
Filling up, pouring out, for
Absolutely.
Sure. So we'll drop our book recommendations in the show notes if you're ones who's like, what book was that? We need that book. But also definitely if you enjoyed this, we would love to know.
Yeah. And I just wanted to give a couple affirmations that you could use yourself. Go back and re-listen if you're like, what the heck is an affirmation, or how do I start a gratitude list? Like I would just pick, for me, I like to make a list of like 10 things right off the bat of what I'm grateful for. Like I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back. I'm grateful for my 2 healthy, beautiful dogs. Like boom, 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 boom. Like don't think about it. Just let it come to you naturally, because the more you think, you're in your head, and then it's just like, nah. But some affirmations. I just completed my first weekend of yoga teacher training, and they gave me some great tools. I'm just going to share a couple. So they didn't come from me, but I just thought it was an amazing way. And it's how I've started some of my days as well. And one of them is, I love my body and I trust its wisdom. And another one I'll share is, I trust that God has my back. So these are just a couple things, and I shared one of the other ones earlier, and I'll repeat it again. It says, I love me, and I have the right to be here. And it really, like, say one, say three, make up your own, but realizing that, you do have a right to be here. Love yourself. Give your time. This is self-care. It's hard to serve other people and take care of other people who need you, who you are their lifeline if you're a parent or a dog mom like me or a dog parent. Take care of you so you can take care of others. That's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. That was good. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I think that's a wrap for this one, yeah?
Yeah, this one's great. I hope you guys are going to use this. I hope you're going to take time for yourself because you are worthy of this time, and just know that you will continue. The more that you, I know she just said fill up, but the more that you fill up your cup with words of positivity and joy, and you can just, I'm going to go scriptural for just a minute, like, go to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and read how many scripture is on faith. And just that alone, it'll be so easy to find little affirmations in the Bible about love and joy and peace. And fill your heart, fill your soul, fill your body with joy. And that is what you will have to pour out into others.
Amen. So thank you guys so much for listening. And if you have any topics that you want us to hit, DM us at Fearless Queen Pod. The best way to help our show grow, as always, is to subscribe, share, show us some love. And remember that we love you and you can do all things through him who strengthens you. Until next Friday. Bye.